Hello Year 1. Now today we're going to carry on with our robot project slightly differently to what I was planning for you to do in school, as you won't necessarily have the materials at home. So I will talk to you about the materials you will need later. Today we are going to make a robot just like this. And to do this project Year 1, you will need a piece of white paper, whatever size you have, and a piece of black paper. Now if you don't have black paper, that's fine, you can just use the white paper. And you will also need a mixture of objects that you can draw around to make your robot's body. So I've got my sketchbook, I'm going for his body. I've got a box for his head. I think I'm going to use this box. I'm going to use this to draw around for his arms, a roll of sellotape, and two legs like this. Okay, this is going to be my robot. And the first thing you need to do, you also need a pencil. Now, the first thing you're going to do is draw around all the parts of the robot's body. And I have a white coloured pencil so that it shows up on the paper. So I'm going to draw around his body shape. I'm going to draw around his head shape. Turn it this way because it's nice and smooth. I'm going to draw around his arm shape 2 times. And then I'm going to draw around his leg shape 2 times. And then once you have done that, Year 1, you can cut all of those shapes out. Now, as you can see, Year 1, I've cut out all my robot parts and I've laid them out on the piece of paper, just like I would like my robot to look. So what I'm going to do now is the interesting bit where I start to add gaps. I cut into the shapes to create the face. So I'm going to start with the face. I'm going to fold the robot's face in half. And then I'm going to make some eyes. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to fold again. And then I'm going to cut an eye shape. Now I'm not going to go right to the end of the piece of paper. I'm just going to cut an eye shape like that. And then I'm going to fold the piece of paper again. And I'm going to cut another eye shape on this side. So my robot now has 2 eyes. And then in the middle, I'm going to cut a nose shape. Still while it's in half, so half a nose. And then a big zigzag shaped mouth like this. Zigzag cutting all the way along. And I have made my robot's face just like that. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there, turn it the other way. Then I'm going to think about decorating my robot's body. So I'm going to fold this in half and I'm going to cut into the piece of paper. Now I mustn't cut the open side, I must always cut the closed side. And I'm going to do lots of different shapes cut into the robot's body. So I've got a triangular shape there. I'm going to do a zigzag line here. I maybe will do a big round circular shape here. And then when I open up, I've made a pattern for my robot's body. And I'm going to do exactly the same process for the feet and the legs. Okay, so I'll fold it in half and then cut patterns into the pieces. Okay, so that's his arm, and then I'll do all of the other pieces as well. Okay, year one, so now I have the finished parts for my robot, and the next step is to glue all those parts onto my paper. So here I go. I'm happy with the position of all those pieces, so I'm going to start by gluing down the body. So I'm going to go all the way around the edge and across the middle like that, and stick. And then do the same with the head, and the same with the legs and the arms. Okay, and I've got a lovely patterned robot now, looking super cool. Okay, and then once everything is stuck down, you can choose either to use oil pastel or paint, or what will look lovely is felt tip pen. And what I would like you to do is decorate all those white areas in lovely bright bold colours. So for example, year one, if I start with the eyes, I'm going to put the pupil into the eye. And then I'm going to think about the colour I want my robot's eyes, nice and bright, I think. And do nice yellow colour. Then think about every different section of your robot. I'm going to do a variety of colours in the middle. And each one of those is going to be brightly coloured. Okay, now remember, when you are colouring, you need to remember you colour in one direction, you press nice and hard on the side of the oil pastel or whatever you're using. You move in one direction and you make sure all the gaps are filled. Take your time to do the best job that you can, okay? And you can decorate your robot in any way that you want to, but just make sure you are using the materials in the best possible way, okay? And you will end up with a beautifully cut out paper craft robot that looks a bit like this. Good luck, year one.